So I had an interesting experience yesterday as I went to get my mail. I evidently still have some sort of subscription to Architectural Digest. I thought that ran out quite a while ago. Anyway, I really love art and architecture. That was, I have a degree in art history. Had to study a lot of architecture along the way. Anyway, I loved the magazine, and as I was flipping through it, actually the cover said one thing, but I read another. I don't know if any of you ever do that. And God was deliberately trying to show me something. And what I saw and what he wanted me to see was create vision. But when I went back to look at it after I'd finished the whole magazine, it actually said creative vision. But what I saw, he was speaking to me, is create vision. So I said, okay. And then the last page, not the back cover, but the very last page, they call it the last word. And it's usually some innovation that's happened. And I had to just, wow, this is something. The last page, and this is a total worldly magazine, it says spiritual awakening. Last word, spiritual awakening. I thought, well, it's prophetic right there. Then I went on to read that this designer, I won't name his name, he, I think one of his bases is San Francisco, but he had been watching this church there that was, it was built in 1913. And I think it was a Romanesque revival, so it's quite ornate. And he was watching it in decline, and no one was using it. It was called St. Joseph's something, so it must have been a Catholic church. And he, with some other artists, decided to buy it, and they went in, bought it, totally renovated it, and made it into, he said, part, high-end retail, part like a club. Let's see, what did he call it? Hold on, let me see this. Let's see, retail concept, part cultural center, part members club. And so it's interesting. So a cultural concept, that means where things are happening. So I'm looking at this going, and he said, create vision, God. And he said, yes, the church as it is now is about over 100 years behind the times, and this is like it's a sign of what God wants to do in the church. He wants to make it not a place of this ritualistic worship, but he wants it to be a place of culture, a place part retail too, part member society. That was interesting. So, but it's become this gathering place and a very hip place to be, a very cultured place to be. And so, so I'm casting that vision out there. This is what God wants to do with the church. He wants to totally redo it. He doesn't want to tear it down completely, but he wants to make it not just relevant to society. He wants to make it the it place to be.